Hi everyone. So in this lecture we will discuss about @test annotation present in JUnit 5. We will also discuss that why @test annotation is important in writing test cases in JUnit. So if we discuss about @test annotation in JUnit 5, then here @test annotation is applied over methods to mark them as test methods. So friends, whenever you want to write any test method, we have to annotate it with @test. This will tell JUnit framework that this is our test method. One important point is this @test annotation is present in package org.junit.jupyter.api. So this is the package where @test annotation is present, and whenever you want to write the test in JUnit 5, we have to use @test annotation of this package. The previous version of JUnit, which is JUnit 4, had different package for @test annotation. With the introduction of JUnit 5, they kept it in the package org.junit.jupyter.api. Also here you can see that in JUnit 5, the methods which are marked at @test, their visibility can be set to public, default and protected. So which is one of the enhancements in JUnit 5, because in JUnit 4 the visibility was only public, but now with JUnit 5 they have made it to public, default and protected. So friends, let's go to Eclipse and see a demo of @test annotation. So friends, here in Eclipse I have created one new package which will demonstrate @test annotation. In our previous tutorial we saw that how we can create a new JUnit 5 test case. So there what we did, we went to new and we created JUnit test case. So this was the way which Eclipse provided to create a JUnit test case. Now here we can also create a new test case by simply going to new, selecting class, and here we can give the class name as test annotation demo. So this would be our normal class. We'll do a finish. So here, in order to write the test cases in JUnit 5, we'll create one method as public void. Let's say we give the name as test. Now this is the method by name test. So in order to mark this as a test method, we have to annotate it with @test. And here we will import the test from org.junit.jupyter.api, because this is the new way of writing the test cases in JUnit 5. If you choose org.junit, then this would be the classic way of writing the test cases in JUnit 4. So we will select org.junit.jupyter.api. So by annotating the method with @test, we are telling JUnit 5 that this is our test case. So let's say inside this test we provide a simple assert equals. We will discuss about assert equals more in our upcoming lectures. So what this assert equals method does is, it takes an expected value and compares it with an actual value. So here if both the values are equal, then the assertion passes. So let's say I just pass the value as 2, 2. So it will just compare 2 with 2. And as 2 is equal to 2, therefore the assertion will be passed. So if I run this test case, so let me just pull down this window below. So here you can see that we have marked this method as test by annotating it with @test. So in the JUnit view, you can see it ran the test case. It asserted the value that 2 is equal to 2. And here it displayed that it got passed because 2 is equal to 2. And the expected value is equal to the actual value. So the test case got passed, and in the JUnit window it displayed a green bar which signifies that test case got passed. Now let's say if I make the expected value as 3, and we know that 3 is not equal to 2, and if I run the test case again, so you see the test case got failed, and here in the failure trace it gave the assertion failed error saying that expected was 3 but was 2. Here it presented it with red bar which signifies that test case got failed. We will discuss more about assert equals in our upcoming lectures, and also you can change the visibility of this test method. So here you can remove the public keyword, and also at the class level you can remove this public keyword. So in JUnit 5 you are not required to provide the visibility to test or to the class. And if I run the test case again, you see it ran the test case again and it got failed because 3 is not equal to 2. So friend, in this lecture we discussed about @test annotation and its visibility. I hope you like this video. Thanks, have a nice day.